I think we couldn't choose a better time. This is a fight that the world can't miss.
A very important fight and big fight. It's going to be a historic fight.
This is an unbelievable matchup. I'm in the gym working right now, dedicating myself to the sport, pushing myself to the limit, because I never wanted to win a fight so bad in my life.
We are just days away from the fight of the century, Mayweather, Pacquiao. Everybody's talking about it, and I got 5-time heavyweight champion, that's a record, Evander Holyfield on Terrific Talk.
But I never thought that someone would bite my ear. That was just, that really shocked me. And, and I really was going to bite it back.
The wait is over. Terrific Talk starts now.
Welcome to Terrific Talk. My name is Tom Anderson. Tom Anderson.
Back to him, back again, gone. Back, gone.
Tom Anderson.
Great cash, homie. Great cash, homie.
I feel ready to go another 9 innings.
Touchdown.
I feel ready to go another 9 innings.
Touchdown.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Down, going crazy.
Terrific Talk Podcast. Welcome back, Terrific Talk Podcast.
Here comes the hose.
I'm your host, Tom Anderson.
First, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Welcome to Terrific Talk. I'm your host, Tom Anderson. Beautiful Monday from the Terrific Studios in Hoboken, New Jersey. Thank you for checking the podcast out, whether you're listening via iTunes, YouTube, or on my website, TommyTerrificSports.wordpress.com. It's great to be with you. Really so pumped about today's podcast. My guest today is considered pound for pound one of the best fighters the sport of boxing has ever seen. He's an Olympic medalist. He's a record 5-time heavyweight champion. No man has donned as many boxing belts or coveted as many titles as this guy. He's been an inspiration to millions. You're going to find out today this guy's the definition of hard work paid off. He's lived an amazing life. It's time. The wait is over. Let's bring him in. Now on Terrific Talk, the real deal, Evander Holyfield. Evander, welcome to the podcast. How are you?
Thanks. I'm fine.
Now, I don't know how many people know this, but the real deal is going to be getting in the ring with the Stormin' Mormon on May 15th. Evander Holyfield is going to be fighting former Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney for charity. They're calling it the Fight for Sight. So Holyfield versus Romney. Evander, how did this all come about? Did Romney call you?
Yeah, he gave me a call, and we were talking about the calls. And with me, I'm a person that really like to help out, different things for us, underprivileged kids and people who injured, and that's how it became.
So what exactly is the cause that you guys are going to be fighting for here?
Well, blindness is about, hoping this year they're going to try to restore more than 40,000 people who blind with the sight back, and it's something that they've done already. And hoping this would be even bigger.
This fight's going to be on May 15th in Salt Lake City. Everybody should go out and support this. So how's this going to work? Is it going to be like a 1-round, 3-round exhibition? How will this all work with you and Romney?
Well, I think it's going to be, we don't get out there. We're not going to change punches, but we get out there. We'll do something entertaining that, and later people take pictures between us and stuff like that. But it's something that, it's not what's called a real fight, an exhibition, and, no one will get hurt.
He says he's talking a little trash. He says he's been training with his grandsons. I know it should not be any punches thrown, but, you get in the ring, you got the competitive juices flowing. Do you think any chance that he's going to get a little excited and might try to sneak one in?
Well, I don't think so, but if you do, I'm accustomed to getting hit, so, I'm the one that, that's not over concerned about anything, I like him, and we believe in helping people. I'm like, he's a godly man, and he's helping people, and that's what I like for my life, to be known as a person who helping people.
That's exactly. I've done a lot of research on what you've been up to, and I think it's really cool and impressive how you have given so much time in your life to helping others who are less fortunate. You know, you've talked about growing up poor and mentioned that you wouldn't have gotten to where you got without the help of others. Tell me a little bit about why giving back and helping others is so important to you.
The people, without someone else's help, I'm the youngest of 9. My parents didn't have an education, and they did the best they could. They was honest and they was fair, and for me to be in the position I'm in, being able to come to heavyweight champions 5 times, but I guess more important, being able to make the Olympic team, I was given these opportunities from people who had more than enough, and they helped me. And I got an opportunity to go to the boys club and establish life. Is just don't make no sense to give back. Don't make no sense to not help someone else.
Yeah.
So so with the fame and all the things that I've accomplished in life, it's just a beautiful thing to be able to give back.
You talked about people believing you, and it's so important because you can believe in yourself all you want. You can have the drive, but you need the gas. You need someone to fuel you, support you. And it seems like you had 2 really important people early on who supported you. Of course, your mother and a man by the name of Carter Morgan. Let's start with Mr. Morgan real quick. Who was he, and what did he tell you when you were 8 years old?
He was a boxing coach at the boys club. He was a man 6, 8 years old. On his free time, came out and help other people. And at the age of 8 years old, this man told me I could be like Muhammad Ali. He's the first person other than my mother told me I could be something worth being. Sometimes when you live in tough environment, tough places, you just have people who have quit and they just tell you can't be anything. Now, there wasn't this man, ain't no telling what I would have been. I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to go to a boys club, and that there's so many people like right today. There's other people who probably wouldn't been who they are if they didn't get an opportunity to go to the boys club. And the boys club, it just turned out so many people.
Yeah, it's an amazing story. I mean, 20 years later, age 28, you realize your dream, what Mr. Morgan said, you became the heavyweight champion of the world. It's amazing. And you mentioned, growing up, you had some tough circumstances. A lot of times people, putting you down, saying you're not going to be anything. How were you able to fight through all that negativity like that?
Well, it is God's grace that these things happen, because you know what? It's not just poor people. It's some people who I don't care who you are. You have some circumstance that you're gonna have to overcome. And like this, and I would talk not to quit. To pray about everything, and these things are things that allow me to be who I am. And, it's one of the things that you got to always get back. And my hat is really all people who are wealthy, who don't have to give. So I'm so honored to get an opportunity to do this with Nick, and it's because he's a person who lifestyle is different. He gives for the right reason, not because he have to. And like this, and with me, I try to pass that on to my kids. This is something that we try to live by.
You talked earlier about getting to compete and fight in the Olympics. What was that like, getting to represent the U.S. in the Olympics?
That may be one of the greatest achievements that I ever did. Because people always ask me, which one the best? I say, look, I said for free. Amateur for 12 years. I did this thing. I wanted to make the Olympic team. I remember when I was in 1976, and I was watching a boxing. It was Leon and Michael Spinks that I seen, and they from the ghetto, and they represented me.
Yeah.
Because all the people come from different backgrounds. It's amazing. People that the people you see on TV, they represent somebody that's out there watching TV, and they just so happen when they talked about them and how their life was and stuff like that, and they didn't quit, and they came from this tough neighborhood in St. Louis, Missouri, and they made it, and so you know, that kind of let me know that I could make it, and you know, that was no excuses for me to become an Olympian.
Yeah, it's amazing. I can't imagine. That had to have been so cool. Mike Tyson, obviously you guys' careers are kind of intertwined. Huge rival of yours. You guys put on an amazing show. The bite fight in '97, I know you've been asked a million times. That just, I mean, I'm sure it shocked you. It shocked the entire world watching. I got to ask, when Tyson's teeth got around you like that, what does that feel like? Because you jumped so high in the air when it happened. I can't imagine.
Well, you know, it was just, you know, it's amazing you can't prepare yourself for something like that, you know, but things like that happen. And, you know, I guess when I look at that situation was something that gave me an opportunity to show the people that I really believe in forgiving, because that every time I think about it, the greatest thing that I was able to do was to forgive him.
Yeah.
And I think that is something that helped boxing right today. You know, we could have been both people who just did something just very terrible, but I was able to turn to being able to forgive. And right today, you know, we able to tell people that, you know, it is impossible to forgive and move on.
Yeah, no, I think this is a huge part of your legacy. It's amazing you were able to forgive him so fast. And in the moment, I know you said, did you really want to bite him back? Because I mean, how did you stop yourself?
Well, you know, but you know, it was someone. This prophet told me, you know, before the fight that something bad was going to happen, and go, you know, and say in your face, and say, you know, you just keep your mind on Jesus. And I had one of my corners named Tim Hallmark, and I told Tim, if something happens, you got to remind me and keep my mind on Jesus.
Yeah.
And, you know, who in the world would think that after all the things I thought I was going to get hit with a elbow, get hit, but because these are things that commonly happens.
Right.
And you know, clash your head